Hi, this is Divine Harmony with the Cosmic Insight for the week of October 28th through November 3rd. It's a very busy week, astrologically speaking, so bear with me, this may be long. On Monday, Pluto sextiles Chiron. This is a long-term transit that's already happened 3 times and will happen another time for a total of 5, going from 2012 through 2013. Pluto, the lord of the underworld, aligning with Chiron, the wounded healer, is an amazing aspect for deep healing, catharsis, and transformation. Essentially, you have the perfect soul surgeon helping you to dive down in and get to the core of some of your deepest stuff. If any of you can think to yourself, wow, my biggest wounds have been up in the last year and a half or so, you can thank Pluto sextile Chiron. The good news is that this is a sweet aspect and there's a lot of support for any form of healing work done right now. Therapy, shamanism, inward journeys, divination, paying attention to your dreams and working with them. These are all amazing avenues to get into really deep soul material and maybe even access that very deep space that's been holding you back for lifetimes. On Tuesday, retrograde Mercury aligns with Saturn. This is an aspect that already happened once, a week or 2 ago, and it will happen one more time after Mercury stations direct. Mercury-Saturn is kind of heavy. On one side, it's about serious inquiries, conversations, ideas, and thoughts. It's about getting to the bottom line and addressing the foundation of things. It's not, a happy-go-lucky, just see the potential kind of energy. It's more like deal with reality, call a spade, and then decide what you're going to do to shift and change things if they need to be changed. With Mercury retrograde, this can be playing out on the internal levels, perhaps even more so than externally. And so paying attention to dreams, intuitions, psychic impressions, and all that kind of inner experience, inner life is really important right now as insights can come in. But you have to be subtly attuned to those inner realms in order to hear them and take note of them. On Wednesday, the Sun aligns with the evolutionary North Node, and this can be kind of aha moments coming in about our growth, our evolution, what's being asked of us, and kind of shining a light on the path that lies ahead. The key to the North Node, though, is to remember that it's not the place where we want to go. It's a place where we're supposed to go. So it's the growth that's not easy. It's the growth that happens when we're pushed out of the nest and we figure out how to fly falling down. And so if you find yourself at your edge this week, know that there's a reason for it and you're supposed to go beyond it. On the same day, Wednesday, and then also through Thursday, Mars activates the Pluto-Chiron sextile that was exact on Monday. Mars opposes Chiron and sextiles Pluto. Mars opposite Chiron can be bringing up all our old wounds and pain around the masculine, around asserting ourselves, expressing anger, taking a stand, speaking up, around actual relationships with men in our lives, and around being, our own authentic hero in our personal story. Mars-Pluto is actually very sweet. Mars trine Pluto, not sextile, Mars trine Pluto is empowering. It's Pluto's depth and intensity and passion is supporting our warrior to rise up and rebirth himself. And so inquiry into the deepest aspects of self are supported. Doing anything that has to do with transformation, regeneration, rebirth is all supported with Mars trine Pluto. The weekend is when things get a lot more powerful. We can feel the energies building all week, and actually even for weeks up until this week. But on Friday, Uranus squares Pluto for the second time in 2013, the last time in this year, and for the 4th time in a series of 7 squares that these 2 planets are making from 2012 to 2015. Uranus is the rebel, the revolutionary, the great awakener, and he's in Aries, waking up the collective anger, rage, the individual assertiveness and need to take a stand, also waking up the activist within many of us. While Pluto is the lord of the underworld, and he exposes what's toxic, stagnant, stuck, no longer working, what needs to die so something new can be rebirthed. Pluto is currently in the sign of Capricorn, which is the sign of patriarchy, government, big business, traditions, expectations, obligations, essentially the areas of life that have always been that way, and some people believe we should just keep going with it. whereas the Uranus and Aries people think we should end the old so that something new can be rebirthed. With these two planets going head to head, the tension between the old and the new, the past and the future, stability and structure versus change and liberation is really heightened. This can be a very creative tension where we're seeing the areas of life that need to be shifted and changed, and then we're motivated to take action. Or it could be anxiety producing and chaotic. And this typically happens when we're very attached to the past and we're resistant to change. The key to the Uranus-Pluto square is to know what's the baby and what's the bathwater. And so paying attention this weekend to the areas in your life that are up for review can give you insight into where the bathwater needs to go and how you can still hold on to the baby. The week ends with the new moon solar eclipse in Scorpio on Sunday. This completes the eclipse portal that began with the full moon lunar eclipse in Aries on October 18th, approximately 2 weeks ago. Solar eclipses are very powerful opportunities for new avenues opening up, new journeys commencing, new seeds planted, new intentions set. This particular eclipse is amped up because it is conjunct Saturn, the Lord of Karma and the Father of Time, and it's also conjunct the North Node, which has to do with evolution, growth, and destiny. Essentially, massive new cycles are being seeded right now, and we've had intimations of this as Saturn and the North Node have been featured in astrology in the last couple of months. So it's like hints of what this new cycle is about have been coming in the last couple of months, but this eclipse can really kind of set that in and get us very clear about what's coming in and what needs to go out in order for the new that wants to come in to even have space to set itself up. For everyone's personal chart, the eclipse will show up in different places, and so for more information on that, you can check my weekly horoscopes. But in a general sense, it's about something new starting and something old ending. And that's definitely the theme all weekend long. And so tuning into that and making change conscious and being aware as you change in your life is highly recommended. Yours in the stars.